Bueno, muy buenos días a todas las personas que se van conectando a esta sesión informativa. Hoy contamos con Thomas, él es como el representante de la Universidad de Ghent y nos va a contar sobre esa información de la oferta académica, opciones de financiación, proceso de admisión, toda esa información relevante para que ustedes puedan iniciar su proceso con la Universidad de Ghent. Importante también para los que de pronto se conectaron en la sesión de ayer, vemos que ya Colfuturo ha financiado bastantes programas de esta universidad en el área de ciencias básicas, entonces son programas de una excelente calidad académica y que si ustedes están buscando hacer posgrados en biología, física, química, matemáticas, estas áreas, la Universidad de Ghent es una excelente opción para ustedes. Entonces, ya con esta introducción, van a tener la cajita de Q&A para que si tienen preguntas para Tomás, pueden dejarlas ahí y al final de la presentación vamos a resolver esas inquietudes. Así que gracias a ustedes y le doy la palabra a Thomas. Thank you, Thomas, for being here. You can go ahead and start your presentation.
Okay, thank you, lady, and welcome everybody to the presentation of Ghent University in Belgium. I've already put my contact information in the chat, so if you have any questions afterwards, you just send an email to international@ughent.be. I'm presenting Ghent University in Belgium, and if you, during my presentation, already have any questions about the things that I'm talking about, just put them in the chat already. I have my eyes on the chat, and I'll try to answer them live as we speak. So I'm going to share my screen and the presentation with you. Go. Yes. And I just have to make sure, just a minute, that I keep on seeing you as well. There we go. Normally you see my presentation, that's correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
All right, perfect. So meet up with Ghent University. If you want this presentation afterwards, don't hesitate to send an email to international@ughent.be and mention the Colfuturo presentation. Who is Ghent University? Come on. Doing this. So, Ghent University, first some fast facts. We are established in 1817, so we are
I'm
more
sorry,
than
Thomas. Can you put full
Yes.
screen? Because it's not full screen.
Oh, I see. Just a minute. Possible. Okay, now it's full screen.
Yeah, now it's full screen.
All right. So Ghent University is established in 1817, so we are more than 200 years old. We have 11 faculties, and all of those faculties have master programs taught in English. For the students present here, Faculty of Sciences, Health Sciences, Engineering, Faculty of Bioscience, Engineering, and Pharmaceutical Sciences might be of interest. We are a very big university. We have 50,000 students, of which more than 8,000 are international. So more than 10% of our students are international students. And you can see that in all major rankings of the universities, we are in the top 100, except for one, the QS ranking, we are not in the top 100, but mostly for the rest, we are in the top 100. So we are one of the best universities in the world. Just some pictures about Ghent University. We have a city campus, which means that all of our buildings are spread all over town. At the top, you see the town of Ghent, and you have all buildings all over town, and the university is in all of those buildings. So it's not this one closed off campus where you walk around the city and go from one building to the other. We have a list of all of our master programs in English. So here I'll leave the screen a little bit longer on. I will, in my next slides, I will take you to this list. But if you want to have this list on your phone or anything, just scan the QR code and you arrive at that list and you can see what I will be discussing. So you can follow along with me. So this list, scanning the QR code, brings you to what we call our study guide. Normally, if you scan this QR code, you will see that two filters are already on it. We have a filter of master programs that's already on it. So we're only taking in students who have already a bachelor degree, and the language of teaching is also already on, and that's English. And then you will see the whole list of programs that we have. At the moment, we have 73 programs taught in English. What do you need to do? You can either put an extra filter on in field of interest or in faculty. If I then go to faculty, what can be of interest for you is to put on the filter Faculty of Engineering and Architecture or the filter of Bioscience Engineering. You could also do the filter of Faculty of Sciences, and then you will have biology, chemistry, all things taught in English. But it opens up like this then. You have all of the programs that we at Ghent University have: Faculty of Engineering, Faculty of Bioscience Engineering, and the language it is in English. I'll just click on this one just as an example to show you what you need to do to find the right fit for yourself. If you click on such a program, you arrive on this kind of page: Master of Science in Environmental Science and Technology. And if you click on Program Summary, you arrive here, Program Summary, and then you get the list of every course that you will follow. So for me, what I always say to students, if you are interested in studying abroad, studying in the Netherlands, studying in Belgium, in France, or in Germany, it's it's almost the same. Universities are good. The tuition fees, I will later talk about that. Tuition fees are all in the same price range. Cost of living is in the same price range. So what you need to do is to make sure that you find a program that is completely a good fit for you. It will cost you a thing. So make sure that the investment that you're doing, that is the right one. And you do that by going to the program and check out the actual courses. And if you then say, okay, those courses I'm interested in, then that institute is where you should go, or that program is what you should follow. So of course, I showed you the pictures of the nice city of Ghent and our nice buildings, but it's far more important for you to make sure that you find the right program. And because it's already difficult, studying abroad is not easy. And if you would be in a wrong program, it can be far more difficult for you to be successful. So I quickly go back. So you start with scanning the QR code. Once you've done that, you arrive in our study guide. You will see Master Programs English, and best thing to do for you is go to faculty. Then you put an extra filter. If you're interested in chemistry, biology, physics, just click on the filter of Faculty of Sciences. You get all the programs. You can see the name: Master of Food Technology, Master of Environmental Technology, Master of Chemistry, Physics. You click on those and you will find an explanation of the program and a list of all the courses. You click on the courses and a PDF opens with the whole explanation of that course. That is what I think you need to do to find the right fit. You make a comparison between all the courses and see which program is of most interest for you. Then I put together an estimation of yearly cost. We have at Ghent University, for non-EU students, we have two tuition fees: tuition fee A and tuition fee B. The programs that you are interested in are all in tuition fee B, which is a higher tuition fee. That's because those are the programs in sciences and engineering, because it costs much more to organize those programs, and that's why they have a higher tuition fee. But if you compare it to the rest of the world and to the European market, you will see that our tuition fee is still low. It's just not 6,000 euros a year. In Colombian pesos, this is about the exchange rate of yesterday. This is almost 27 million COP or Colombian pesos, if I'm correct. Then I have this, that is a major cost, of course, but the major cost for studying abroad is indeed your cost of living. Tuition fee can vary a little bit. You will see that Ghent University or Belgium in general is a little bit cheaper in tuition fees than France or the Netherlands. Certainly cheaper than the US or the UK. But cost of living can vary from country to country. We have a small amount that we say study cost, that's pens and everything. We have a big amount is of course housing. It's 21 million for renting for 1 whole year. All those costs are 12 months. It's a yearly cost calculated on 12 months. I've put in there mobility, and a yearly ticket for the bus, renting a bicycle or buying a bicycle for a whole year of cost of food, cost of clothing, cost of health, it's insurance and everything. And then the biggest amount is also leisure, is the cost that you make in your spare time, going to a bar, eating outside, or having fun. So it means that I have two totals, total A and total B. Total A is with tuition fee A, and total B is with tuition fee B. So because I think the majority of you will have a tuition fee B, you have to take into account that studying at Ghent University for 1 year, taking everything into account, tuition fee, cost of housing, cost of living, you will end up with something a little bit less than 72 million Colombian pesos. So take that into account. Next to finding out in detail the program that you like, also make this kind of breakdown of your costs for all the countries or all destinations that you are thinking about. Tuition fee and scholarship. Well, I already have to tell you that we at Ghent University, we don't have any scholarships. That is for the whole of Belgium. And why is that? It's because Ghent University and all universities in Belgium, in fact, we are all public universities. So our government already takes care, of course, the program doesn't cost 5,000 euros. The program costs much more, but it's our government who's already funding the real cost of the program. So it's a low tuition fee. And in our country, the government says, instead of handing out scholarships to a few students, everybody gets in a way a scholarship, because we keep tuition fees low for everybody. The government already takes the bill for about 15,000 euros. The whole program costs around 20,000 euros, and you only pay 5,000 euros of that. It has also, because it's a public university, low tuition fee. Another nice thing is that we have an open admission process. It means that everybody with the right bachelor degree is welcome. So when you do an application, you have to prove to Ghent University that you have, if you're applying for a master in biology, you just have to prove I have a bachelor in biology, or I will graduate within a certain amount of months in this bachelor in biology. It's not about essay writing. It's not that we make a selection. We have 50 people applying and we only take the 10 best. No, if all 50 people who are applying, if they are all having a bachelor degree in biology, they're all welcome. So that is the real two big advantages of a public university. It's a low tuition fee and it's open admission. The disadvantage, I have to agree with you, is there are no scholarship. But if you make a budget for yourself, for all your destinations, you will see that Ghent University is on the lower end of the budget. It does not mean that the quality is bad, because as I showed you in one of my first slides, Ghent University is ranked in the top 100 as a top 100 university. So it's a high quality for a low price. And the explanation behind that is that we are a big public university. Okay. Then, so I tackled everything I think that I want you to know, and very quickly about it. Again, the code, the QR code to get you to our study guide is there. if you want this presentation so that you can see once again all the details about the budget, just send out an email. I'll send it to you. It can also serve as a help when you are comparing destinations. Just send me a presentation. Just send an email, mention Pronabek presentation, and I'll send it out to you. Or you can now scan the QR code and have a look at the study guide already. I stop sharing my screen and I'll wait for any questions that might arise.
Good. So thank you so much for this useful presentation and the information. We have different questions. So I'm going to start with Juan, and he's asking about the language in Belgium. So he want to know if English is not the native language, it's important to know another language, or is not that important?
No, it's not that important. Indeed, English is not the native language. In Ghent, the native language is Dutch, which is the same language that they speak in the Netherlands. But everywhere in Belgium, on the streets, people speak English. So we have in Ghent, it's a very young city with a lot of students, a lot of international students. Ghent University is not the only school in Ghent. So in total, we have more than 100,000 students living in the Ghent area. 1 out of 3 people is a student, and all of them speak very well English. And of course, then everybody else in the city also speaks well English, because we need to have a conversation with our students. So it's certainly not necessary to learn Dutch. Most of our international students don't speak Dutch, and they survive without any problem.
Okay. And maybe just, do you offer like courses if they want to take it, or
of course. We offer courses for English if you want to improve your English, but we offer courses for any language. But then specifically for the Dutch language, we offer official courses. But next to that, we also have a course specifically for international students, which is this kind of introductory course. At the end, you only get a paper that you followed this course, but it's this kind of a little teaser. You learn very simple things, counting to 10, ordering something in a shop, ordering a beer in a bar. So it's a very first basic of Dutch. And everybody, for international students, that's a free course. It's a very funny course. It's also a nice way to meet up with other international students who are just arriving at Ghent University. So that we do offer. But next to that, if you want to upgrade that level, you can follow an official course with our language center without any problem.
Okay, great. And we have another question from Juan. He's asking, is philosophy classified as a type A?
Yes, yeah, okay.
Yeah, the classification of the program.
Yeah, indeed. Type A, yes.
Yeah. And then we have Nicholas. He's asking, which are the top master's degree in law, development studies, or social sciences?
Which what?
Which are the top master's degrees in law, development studies, or social sciences?
Okay, in law, we have different LLM programs, which is a little bit like in the MBA for law studies. The top programs there are international law and international trade law. Then in social sciences, we have a very nice program in either global studies or conflict and development, which is a kind of a master in international relations, but a little bit more focused on conflict, on peace resolution, on NGOs, on humanitarian aid, on humanitarian crises. So a little bit more on the more difficult parts and not the classic international relations, which are more focused on politics. Okay. And then that's the social sciences. Yes, social sciences and politics. We also have a master in English in sociology, general sociology.
Thank you. And the other question from Nicholas is, do you guys accept the IELTS exam?
Yes. So most of our programs have a B2 and then a B2 language level. You can find on the website of IELTS, website of TOEFL, website of British Council, all of their tests and what the score is that you have to have within that test to be a B2 level. So we accept all major tests without any problem.
Okay, and we do have a frequent question. Do you accept the Duolingo exam, maybe?
The Duolingo, I don't think so. If it becomes very popular, we probably will, but for the moment, not yet.
Okay, good. And then we have, I guess that's Sophia, and she's asking, hello, Thomas, thank you for this valuable information. Do you know approximately how long it takes to obtain a Belgium visa? If I want to begin on September, I still have enough time?
Upcoming September, no. If she wants to begin September now, this year, no. Because so for international students, non-EU students, so majority of them need a visa. We are now starting recruitment for academic year 2024, 2025. So September now, academic year 2023-24 is starting. And so applications needed already to be in. All major universities in continental Europe, applications for non-EU students stop around April 1st, March, April. All applications stop. And so it gives the people time between March and September to get the approval of the application and then to get the visa. So if you, our applications, they open up again in October. And then between October and April, it's time for recruiting students and handing over the application. And then from as soon as when you have your letter of admission, you can start applying for your visa. If you are now already looking at universities, it's really good because you take time to decide now, but then as soon as applications open in the whole of Europe around October, some universities will be in November, try to hand in an application as soon as possible. At the beginning of the application procedure, not many applications arrive and your file will be processed the first. The sooner you have your letter of admission, you can start the visa application.
Okay, good. Then we have another questions about the PhD program. Can you tell us about the process of admission for a PhD?
Yeah. So in the whole of Belgium, not only for Ghent University, but also for University of Leuven, for instance, one of the bigger, next to us, the biggest university in Belgium. PhD is not something where you apply for as a student. It's more a job. So it means that every university has open spots, research projects, where they are looking for PhD candidates to apply. And so you go on the website of all of those universities in Belgium and you take a look, you have a look at the list of PhD positions that are open at the moment, and then you can apply for them. It's a very competitive process, but it's a fairly fair process. So if you are a good master student in your home country, you have a fair chance to be within the pool of people that they are interviewing and everything. Yeah.
Okay. So they must have a master's degree.
Yes.
If they don't have it, they cannot apply for a PhD.
No. Yeah, you have to have a master's degree to start up a PhD. Yes.
Okay, then, and we're gonna go ahead with the questions we have from social media. So the most frequent one is about the cost of living. Maybe you can tell us an estimate for the cost of living?
That's what I had. I go back in my presentation to see what it was. So in a way, the total price, what I thought was, the total price for with tuition fee B is about 70 million Colombian pesos. And so you have to subtract 25 million tuition fee B. So it's about 45 million. Yeah, 45 million Colombian pesos. That's the cost of living. But then on top of that, you have, of course, your tuition fee. So in total, count around 70 million. 70 and then 6 zeros.
Okay, good. And then we have another questions about if I want to travel with my husband, with my wife, with my family, do you offer any option for them? Talking about accommodation, if you offer accommodation for families.
Yes, it's possible. That's always possible. We do have accommodation for families. We have accommodation all around in the city, small places for families. That's no problem. Yeah.
Okay. And the last question is about what is the ideal student that Ghent University is looking for?
Of course, we are looking for good students. But once again, we are open. We are open for it's our policy from our government, and it's very much a big culture at Ghent University to be open for everybody. So if you have to enter a program, there are two requirements. First of all, a language requirement. Most of them is B2. And then the program requirement, which we mean if you want to start a master in chemistry, you need a bachelor in chemistry. So in a way, for us, the ideal student is the student with the degree that he or she needs to have. And then we are open for everybody. And that's in a way, that's the beauty, not only of Ghent University, but of all Belgian universities. They have very big student bodies because they're open for everybody. And they are very diverse. You have people from all around the world, little groups. We don't have like one big group of, I know in Australia, for instance, there are at a lot of universities, you have a very big group of Chinese students because they really target them. In all Belgian universities, you have smaller groups from all nations all over the world. So we have for sure at this moment, maybe 15 to 20 Colombian students, but we also have students from Japan. We have students from North America, we have African students, so the whole world is at Ghent University. So somebody with the right degree and an open mindset is very much welcome.
Okay, good. So thank you, Thomas. Thanks everyone for being here in the presentation. We're gonna finish right now, but if you have more questions regarding the university, we have the contact information of Thomas, so you can send an email if you have more questions. And also, if you have questions regarding the process of Colfuturo, you can send your questions to our email, yosoyfuturo@colfuturo.org. So thank you so much and have a wonderful day. Thanks, Thomas.
Okay, thank you very much and good luck, everybody. Bye-bye.
Thanks, bye.